All right, week 2. We're trying this again. Welcome back, everybody.
Welcome.
Chris Proctor here
you.
once again. Chris_Proctor. You can find me on Twitter. We got Mike and Moose. This is their show, their platform, their store. We are hanging out in the mean streets of Sylvania, Ohio once again at Soul Status. And we're going to talk about a whole lot of things, hopefully in a short amount of time, because we respect your time and we just appreciate you tuning in and hanging out with us and seeing what we're thinking about and what we got going on here at the store. How was your weekend, guys? Happy New Year, 2021.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you, Chris.
You can find us at Soul Status Sneakers at Instagram. We be posting shit on there sometimes.
What's the tiki-taki?
We do have a TikTok, Soul Status Sneakers as well. We just started, an hour ago? An hour and 45 minutes ago, we posted our first video to YouTube. It was an older video that we did. We just didn't edit it. But the video is of our trip to the Royal Oak Farmers Market for the Michigan Sneaker Exchange.
Yes.
Which was a lot of fun.
What is the YouTube page?
It's also Soul Status Sneakers.
Dope.
Yes.
So definitely like, subscribe, go grab that. That's probably where you'll find parts and clips of this podcast too, as well as all your favorite places. So we'll get that definitely going. Before we get into it, what'd you guys do this weekend?
Wasn't it New Year's?
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to talk about it all, but we had a little get together here at the shop.
Good.
It was about 4 people, and I felt like the loneliest New Year's I've ever had in my life.
Yeah, it was definitely under the limit that is recommended by our political leaders. Definitely under that, far under that limit.
Yeah.
I didn't even leave the house.
I wish I didn't.
I also didn't watch. I didn't watch 1 second of any of those rocking in the New Year's shows. Nothing like that. Didn't even know it was midnight until I just happened to look down at my phone. It was 11:59 and 58 seconds. We almost missed it.
I had plans to watch just Ryan Seacrest and what's his name on CNN?
And Anderson Cooper. Yeah.
And just do nothing.
Yeah, no.
I'm pretty sure we watched football, didn't we?
We watched football.
There was a couple games on, right?
Yeah, the New Year's 6 games were on. And then Friday, New Year's Day, these Buckeyes went and got that dub.
I didn't even watch that, and I'm a Buckeye fan. You believe that?
I'm pretty sure I drank about 40 White Claws that day because I watched the Notre Dame Alabama game after that. Or before that, and
you
then
said
watched
White Claw?
Yeah.
Really?
White Claw and vodka.
Damn.
I went full.
You trying to get hurt?
I'm a basic white girl at heart. I'm not gonna lie to you. It just is what it is. I've been saying it for years. My favorite music outside of rap music is EDM, pop punk music. I was an emo kid.
I was an emo kid.
Yeah.
I was an emo kid.
Yeah.
I feel bad for you.
I'm a basic white girl.
It's okay. I'm not drinking any beer. It's just a good old ginger beer.
I do not drink pumpkin spice lattes, though.
Really?
I do drink pumpkin beer.
I like the pumpkin spice, but I can't do it all the time. It's good that it's seasonal. How about that?
Exactly.
There's a reason for it.
Exactly. And then I did something.
It's like the McRib. They only bring it out because
tastes like crap.
You forget that it tastes like crap by the time it comes back out. You're oh, maybe this does taste good. They make it look so good in the commercials.
I feel like it's worse than what it was before.
That's everything, though. Do you remember when the Big Mac was actually big?
No, but I remember when cinnamon rolls were different at McDonald's. They were an actual cinnamon roll. It tasted good.
It was Cinnabon, wasn't it?
I think it was.
I think it used to be Cinnabon.
I don't know, but it was amazing, and they're junk now.
This is supposed to be a sneaker podcast. We're talking about fast food.
Sorry, everyone.
No, these are just some of the conversations that we're gonna have. I actually went out Saturday for the first time in months.
Where'd you go?
I went to Vita. Had a couple drinks there.
Nice spot. Shout out Serge.
Shout out my guy Sergio. And then after 10 o'clock, I may or may not have gone to a different spot that we shall continue to name.
Secret location.
Yes, exactly. Secret location. Shout out to the after hours.
Okay.
Yeah, members only.
Yeah. So I found my way in there.
Good. I haven't been yet.
Uber there.
Definitely.
Uber there.
I would. Yeah.
Or if you drive there, Uber home. because it is not a good look leaving.
That's the place you don't want to get caught at.
That's exactly.
Like you park in the neighborhood and walk.
Yeah, that's.
You know what though? The benefit is like, it doesn't look like a place that you're leaving hammered.
But they already know.
They do know.
Cops know.
Yeah,
Actually, last time I was in there was a couple cops in there.
Yeah, so they already know
cool
the vibes.
Yeah,
but I had a good time. Shout out to everybody in there. You know who you are. It's nothing but love. But back to you guys. What's going on this week in the store?
This week, we are trying to pull out some cool winter gear. We got some vintage. We are really trying to focus on more like hoodies, long sleeves, things like that. That's what's new for January.
That's what's popping. Go ahead.
Obviously, some like sneaker releases that have been kind of hitting. There's been a couple rare releases. We did have a pair of Sean Clivers come through the store.
Those came and went quick.
Yeah.
What did you like? What didn't you like about the shoe? Like, that's definitely a banger. It's going to go for a lot. It's going to be something that if you can get your hands on it.
So I'm like the old head in the store. I mean, like I'm wearing a pair of 2005 Nike Dunk SBs. So
yeah, I'm cool on that.
Those Clivers for me are probably, I mean, it's definitely in my opinion the best SB Dunk of the year, and I would even go as far to say as like top 3 releases of the year for me. Top 5. Let's say top 5 releases of the whole year.
See the difference between me and him? It's like a cultural thing. I wouldn't even put him on a list of anything. I think it's a good quality shoe. I think everything else is great about it. But for me, I wouldn't wear that shoe.
You know what, though? It's the details. It's like all the little details.
I appreciated that.
When you just recreate the same shoe that's been created 5 times already in our lifetimes, and we've watched it released, like, I'm like, come on. Like, where's the creativity? Okay, we don't have the Jumpman on the back. We have the Nike Air on the back. All right, cool. That's as far as it goes. But these Clivers, to me, it's like completely original. From the insoles to the tinsel laces to the snowflake on the toe box. I mean, the materials that they used on, it's a completely leather shoe. You got suede, you got leather, you got even velour on the inside of the heel of the shoe. I mean, to me, it's like somebody really took their time to create something special and unique, and it's unlike anything else out there on the market. And I don't know if you guys have had the opportunity of checking out the special box version of that shoe.
No.
But it is pretty cool. I mean, it's got like the to and from stickers for, like that you would put on a present. The box actually looks like a wrapped present, the special box. Cool. It also has like a little teddy bear that has like a zipper in its gut, and it looks like its insides are kind of falling out, almost like a Cause type of feel for that. And I don't know, it's really cool.
I like the shoe. It's not my favorite.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I was not checking for it until I saw one. I was like, oh, okay.
What's up?
This is way more fire than what I was anticipating.
Yeah.
And then I'm kind of mad that I missed out on it.
Definitely goes with a lot of stuff. I think the colorway was nice. All these like great materials, and the snowflake on the nose, butter. It's not something I would wear. Sorry, Dunk guys.
I'm a sucker for a gold Nike swoosh on a Dunk.
I listened to emo, but I did not skateboard.
I had a skateboard. I had rollerblades. I had it all.
I was more BMX
I had a BMX bike. Shout out to Mongoose.
Mongoose.
With the pegs on it and everything. So, if you didn't have one of those, you just weren't popping back then.
No,
I don't know
weren't.
what to tell you. Next month,
yes.
Sneaker Freaks Columbus. Are we getting a table? We're going to see you down there. Are we going to have another blog like what you just did up in Royal Oak? What's the plans for that?
I think definitely blogging, like every sneaker event. Did we get
vlogging.
a table?
It's called vlogging.
Vlogging.
Now.
I'm sorry, vlogging.
Yeah, vlogging was something that we did before video was so
It's the same thing.
Yeah, kind of. But anyways, yeah, it'd be awesome to get a table down there. I don't know if that's even still available, if we're able to like get a table down there. But if we can't, we're definitely gonna have to at least show up. Buy some shoes, show some love and support, get some cash flowing, put some cash into the ecosystem, and sort of show some people love, and get our YouTube channel popping. Maybe get some...
Find some hard to find shoes.
Yeah.
Stuff that we've been looking for, things we want. Building relationships with people.
You found my NYC's to Paris's.
Oh, like
on
that.
a trip like that.
It was nice.
To which I still appreciate it.
I want this shoe and I want to pay this much. Boom.
I think I've only worn those once.
Good.
They're still in a box. They're just chilling.
They're going up.
I know. I keep saying I want to start chipping some paint away and kind of making them my own. And then I look at things like that, like I could very easily VNDS these and be good.
I say keep them the way they are, but it's your shoe, brother. Do whatever you want.
So the changes I'm gonna make are so very minimal, like you would almost not even notice unless I told you. Like it's literally just for me because I would know, and that's all that kind of matters. And if I buy a shoe for me, I'm keeping it. I'm gonna wear it anyway. So
then do it.
Yeah. Like, I very rarely buy a shoe just for resale. Like, I do it like everyone else because, you know, if I get an off-white, I'm not holding on to it. But for something like that, I'll do it for me. Keep it for the time.
You're like, I'm up at 10 a.m. on a Saturday. I might as well hit that button.
If I got it for retail, I'm wearing it no matter what. And then selling it used. Like, you're up. You're good.
It depends on the shoe.
I don't give a shit. I don't care. I got it for retail. I don't care. I'm going to wear it. And if I don't want it one day, just let it go.
What's a day look like for you guys? I mean, I know we have like a time-lapse version of it on the YouTube page. But like, you're going up to an event. What time are you up? What time are you moving boxes? How many pairs of your own shoes from here are you taking up there?
I would say anywhere from like...
Pretty much as many as we can take.
Yeah.
As much as we can fill up the... It depends how many cars we take. Like, we have traveled in one vehicle before. We've taken a couple vehicles before. It also depends on like the day of the week that the event's held. If we are able to just like take pairs, fill up the truck, leave some pairs behind in the store, and then Chadward over there can run the store and still make sales, that's always awesome because... That's
ideal.
Yeah, I mean, you're getting twice the sales essentially, maybe even more.
The worst part is bringing that stuff back. Sometimes you're like, oh, I got a truck full again, you know, like...
Well, sometimes you can't fit everything because we might sell a bunch of pairs at the show, but then we go in there and buy heavy too. And there's been a lot of cases where we go in, we buy, and we'll sell pairs that we bought like pretty quickly at the show, and then we have to wrap up all the pairs that we bought plus all the pairs that didn't sell that we brought, and we've had some issues with that before.
Yeah,
might have to stop at FedEx on the way to the hotel and drop off a box, have it sent to the shop, and meet you here because
we talked about dunks. We were talking about those Clivers. Nike Dunk Spike you getting ready to drop.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Are you doing a custom pair?
I made a few.
Make one?
I made a few today already.
I was a little disappointed in the options you can use to customize it, and so I'm just like, psh.
He's over here trying to make Chicago dunks. He's trying to make... It would
be nice to have.
You think they're going to let that happen?
Closer than
honestly,
that.
Why not? It's not like Nike's reselling them. They're selling them for retail.
Just don't let me get the black swoosh. Let me do something else.
Yeah, but you got to think, that shoe is only released in like very, very few skate shops in the country. It's super limited. I mean, the fact that they even let you customize a dunk and still give it to you for $120, to me, that's love. I don't even care. Give me some color options. Give me some color blocking options. They gave us different midsole options, outsole options. I'm happy with the options that they've given us.
I guess no comment.
Mike's high maintenance.
It's not good enough for me, but whatever.
What would you change?
I just want to be able to customize anything I want. Like back in the day, you used to just like click anything. Boom, 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 boom. Those are the things I was spoiled with. I remember. So it's hard for me to be like, oh, yeah, I'll take it. It's great. You know, for him, like again, he likes dunks. He likes SBs. I always want more from him.
I got you. What's a shoe that you may have customized before that you really fucked with? Like something that you just really enjoyed? Good question. Because there's a dude I follow on Instagram. He made a pair of Air Max 1s that are fire, and I've been trying to recreate them, but somehow he has like a speckle in his midsole that they don't give me the option for that. And if they would,
or maybe he speckled himself.
Maybe, and I kind of want to. I want to be like, I don't want to be a weirdo and just DM some random Instagram
bro.
dude. Yo, my guy. Like, how'd you get that missile like that? Because Nike by you don't give me that
like,
option.
Dummy, I did it myself. Like, look at this YouTube link. But
they're so fire. Like, if I had them, that would have been the shoe that I rocked all summer.
Like that.
Yeah. Like, it's fire to me. And it's just a simple Air Max 1.
You have some low standards, Chris.
But
All
doesn't this-
summer?
Probably.
All summer?
I wasn't doing anything all summer. We sat in the house.
I know, we did. You did.
Doesn't it seem like Nike used to give you like a lot more opportunities and options to be able to like do the Nike by you? I mean, I feel like Adidas, like I have a few pairs of Adidas Ultra Boost that I did that were custom.
No, I don't remember those.
They had the Kobe's at one time. I believe it was the 11s or the 9s. It was either the 9s or the 11s. They'd let you do a Nike by you. Obviously the Air Max, that's always cool when they let you do that. Recently they did let you do what they had, like a Pendleton Nike Air Force, was it?
Yeah. Those were super dope. I saw a lot of cool combinations that wound up coming out with that. Because they had like some plaids and some other combinations they typically don't give you on a shoe. Fire.
Yeah, I'm pretty salty that I didn't take advantage of that. But I have seen pairs, and I'm a big fan of Pendleton. The materials in general, like that made in USA wool and all the Aztec prints and all that. So that'd have been really cool to get a pair of those. But I'm sure they're out there. Be able to find them.
Volt Nike 1's getting ready to drop. Is that a shoe that you absolutely must get, or is that, like, for me that's a drop? I'm not feeling the Volt on the top, and typically I'm a sucker for Volt. I'm not fucking with you on this shoe.
I thought it was okay. I mean, I thought it was good.
I'm not digging it.
I think that if they did the color blocking better, like if they just went full Volt on the tongue and then the collar and the heel, then that would have been like ideal. Because if it was one color, then I wouldn't have had as many issues. But because they're throwing these different yellow, like they have the yellow on the heel and on the tongue, and then they're throwing the Volt on, like, up on the collar of the shoe where the
How about this? I think it's gonna resell.
It's a Jordan 1. Like, it's going to resell at some point anyway. Like, if this thing is just all university gold and a black toe.
It's always the ugliest shoe winds up being, like, the most wanted towards the end of the summer. Watch. Mark my words. When this shoe hits spring, you're going to wish you had a pair.
Buy them, just store them, put it away.
It's just a fashion, like, color. That's what they're going to come out with for the springtime. Just you're buying it ahead of time. That's
I'm interested in, like, the t-shirt, the hoodie.
I could see a lot of these colors coming out.
Yeah, I'm interested in like, the gear they put out with that shoe. Because, Nike does a fucking great job.
They're going to make a ton.
Yeah, they're going to be everywhere. I mean, Finish Line, Foot Locker, Foot Action, NBA Store, Bates got a raffle, obviously the Sneakers app, East Bay, JD Sports.
eBay got them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean,
they got a lot of these.
Any plans on taking in any early pairs or something? Unless if someone comes in with them, obviously. But
I hate buying early pairs because if I know they're going to mass produce it or they're going to make a ton of them, why am I going to buy
But at the same
pair?
time, there's also the, there's a hand, like, even in recent months. For example, the Grinches, I was paying less for those pre-release than after they came out. Because people overestimated the stock numbers. They went ahead and just, like nobody was buying them essentially pre-market because everybody's like, oh, there's going to be 600,000 pairs or 700,000. Like, you heard these crazy numbers and people just thought, like, I'll easily be able to get them. They're going to be just over retail on the resale market once they come out. And I said to Chris Willis when he bought a pair of 11.5s, I was like, dude, that is a hard size in general to find, and they usually sell for a premium.
He took my size.
On top of that, I told him, I think that this is going to be one of those pairs that resells for more after they release than they did pre-market, and it ended up like working out exactly like that. So did the Mochas, though. The Mochas, we were paying like $275 for them pre-release because everybody thought that they were going to be everywhere. They were talking about what, 500,000 pairs or no, 250,000 pairs, something like that.
Should have just kept buying them all.
Yeah,
I wish I bought Mocha's pre-release now. I paid more than that.
I wish I paid $350 and just wiped out all of Toledo and just held on to like 200 pairs.
Yeah.
But realistically, that wasn't going to happen. No, I wasn't going to. if I'm buying them for $275, $300 all day,
Well, the problem was is nobody was selling them. Like if you bought that pair retail,
at $350,
you hung on to that pair. Like if you got a personal pair,
yeah,
nobody was selling it.
personals.
I mean, we had
You're
people coming in maybe a month after release once they saw the price on them, and they're like, you know what? I mean, they're still on, they're still DS, they're still in the box. I haven't worn them, and the money's just too good to pass up. So we've had people come in like long after the release and sell them just because. I mean, they're going for like $450, $500 right now.
It's crazy.
I came in here, I took L's everywhere. I was right here. I was like, yeah, I guess I'm paying resale for them.
Yeah, you're stuck.
Should have bought them 2 weeks ago, and I could have got them for $275.
Bought a 10, if I wasn't mistaken.
No, I am a 10.
Or was it?
I almost bought a 10 and a half.
10 and a half, and you were just like, I'm like, Chris, just wait, man, it's gonna come. Thank God you waited.
I think I still paid more.
So what? You wouldn't be swimming in it.
Just wear
The
bigger
worst is when you're
socks.
swimming in a shoe and you overpaid.
I just gotta wear
That's
thicker
like a
socks. I'd have been
double
fine.
whammy.
Throw some crease protectors in there, you'd be all right.
I'm not ever wearing a pair of shoes with those fucking sneakers. I don't care. Ones look better with creases anyway. I'm one of those guys.
I don't wear that stuff either.
Just wear a shoe.
Beat it up. Just.
Or if you want to keep it to sell it, don't fucking wear the shoe. Just put it away. Wear it once.
Yeah, I agree.
Or just have to walk flat-footed like an idiot.
No, I can't do that. I'd rather crease them.
They look better.
If you pre-crease them, then you're gonna be all right. Like as long as the crease is
What do you
sort of.
mean by pre-creasing?
Okay, so there's a technique
Yeah.
where you
Let's hear
actually
this,
crease
YouTube.
the shoe, right? Intentionally.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can put those crease protectors in there, and when you start wearing them, you just try to like bend your foot a little bit. And I've seen people take like a ruler or even stuff the shoe and actually bend it to crease it to get that like straight line across, that perfect line like up towards the tongue.
You know what I mean?
It's really not that much work. If you can easily look up a YouTube video, and honestly, after seeing so many used pairs coming in that we buy where the crease is like diagonal from like the big toe back to the little, the little toe, and it's like it's going literally diagonal across the toe box. Nobody wants to wear that shoe secondhand. But if that crease is perfect, people are like, I'll mess with it.
You can iron those shits out.
We can iron
This
it
is
out.
true, but once you've creased it like all
yeah.
weird, even if you iron it out, it's still
still
going to
there.
come back. Yeah.
The way the leather's just...
Also, kids, don't put a bare iron next to your ones. Like, please don't do that. There's YouTube videos. Just look them shits up. You'll be fine. Trust me. Relax.
Or bring them into soul status because we
that's
do clean shoes. We are getting into restoration a little bit with a guy that we're kind of working with a little bit, and
Give it some time.
but we are doing creasing. We do or decreasing. We do icing.
Yeah.
And we do deep clean and your basic cleans.
Really easy.
The icing's fire. They've iced 2 kicks of mine now. Both of them came out really good.
Thank you, Chris. I was going to ask you how...
Both of them came out really good. Those 72 and 10s I thought were going to be harder than the
Not
6s.
bad, right? Came out...
That clearly wasn't the case.
I know, dude. Those 6s, those Carmines killed me, bro. You act like you wore them one time, but...
No, I wore those. That was like a daily driver for me.
You cut the grass in those things.
Never.
There was layers in there. Like,
I actually still haven't put them back on.
good. Should donate them.
No.
To the Goodwill or something.
No.
Let a kid enjoy
Some
those.
fire fits with those.
I don't even want to buy
With
those.
some khakis. I wouldn't sell them. I want another pair.
So you bring up khakis. Actually, the rule at the store now is you're not allowed to wear khakis at the store, which I find it hard.
Whose rule is that?
You know, we have some influential people that say we are not hip, and khakis are definitely not in.
Shout out Naya,
We're in our
Naya,
30s.
Nate.
That's what I said. Like, what do you want me to wear?
30 had
like, Dad.
Cool had a cutoff age, and for me, it might have been 30. Is most of the reason why I'm sure I don't have my old job anymore, because I'm just not cool.
And that's probably it.
I
The
told you
khakis.
this story about me going out. I couldn't get off the couch on Sunday.
You're getting old, Chris.
I am so washed up. My body was destroyed after Friday night, then Saturday. Rap City.
Wow.
You got kids. I don't even know how you do it.
You just do. Kind of forced, really.
just running around.
You don't have any other options.
Oh my God! What's the next shoe that either one of you are looking forward to? Is there anything? Like this week's kind of light outside of what the Volts.
Kind of whack. The Volts next week. The Street Hawk.
Not interested.
That's about it.
Honestly, I'm not really hyped about much until spring.
Yeah, it's always
February's releases are looking
January's
stacked.
always.
You know, March tax season, like all the, you know.
Is Kanye gonna bring out the sandal this month or what?
I wish. I mean,
He did last year.
I'm not the person to talk to that. We can go holler at Daryl. See
know.
if he's got a
Daryl
link.
might know
on
somebody.
him. He might know a guy that knows a guy.
He got him already.
Yeah,
probably.
he knows the guy.
He
Right.
knows the guy. Yeah.
So I mean, if we're
Shout out to
lucky,
Daryl.
but I mean, we saw what happened last time. Those things they sat for a couple hours. Next thing you know, it's a $400 sandal.
Hours.
They said for weeks. Yeah, it was a couple
A
weeks.
month, maybe more.
It was probably 2 weeks.
I think longer than that.
Realistically, I think the slides when they first released came out and sat on the site for about 2 weeks. It might even been a little bit under that, but I know that.
feel
You know what? It might have been because I remember we ordered them. We ordered some pairs, and it wasn't all of them though. It was like only certain sizes were sitting, and then you could buy them on stock for like
The same price.
Yeah, pretty much the
$80.
same price.
Shipped $90 to $100 to your house. Like
Yeah, we had slides for sale in the store for $80, and
they were making
nobody
fun
wanted
of us
them.
for selling them for $80. They're like, "How dare you sell these to my kids for $80?" And we're like, "They're $50. Like, what do you want me to make on this?
Yeah, we're basically breaking even at this point.
Processing fees and everything. What do you want me to make? Nothing.
I sold my pair for $100.
You know what I'm saying?
2 weeks later, they're $400. I'm like, are you serious? I was like,
you got a bad bite.
I was like Home Alone facing like, are you serious? But you know, shout out to that dude. He got himself a hell of a deal. They weren't
Yes,
even
he
my
did.
size.
Yes, he did. Shout out.
Yeah, look at those things now. They're like $400.
I don't even think I'd buy them though. Like, I wouldn't pay $400 for them.
I wouldn't pay $400. I'd pay $50.
I'd buy some Gucci.
You know what happened?
I don't even want those.
I'm
It was-
saying for quality.
It was quarantine. It was the fact that like all of a sudden,
They look good on foot.
yeah, but it was like the whole like lazy look, like the whole like I'm wearing joggers and a sweatshirt and I'm sitting at home in these slides, and this is like the quarantine swag, like just basically jammies and slides,
Yeah,
like slippers and pajamas.
pretty much.
Jesus Christ. I'll get another pair one day.
I want the
I want a black pair.
what's the sandal he came out with? It all has a crazy designs, kind of like Crocs. And
The foams.
Foam runners.
Yeah.
Those are sweet.
But
That's
they're
another
huge.
level.
Sweet.
I don't care.
know.
I like.
It looks like your foot's in a cage, like in a.
I
looks
like
like it's in a fossil's mouth.
I like them. I think they look cool. They're definitely way ahead of their time.
Oh, absolutely.
Fashion.
It looks like something out of like Halo. It looks like something. It looks like a rifle
Blade
out of
Runner,
Halo.
some crazy ass movie. Like,
Dude, it looks like a Tyrannosaurus Rex fossil that you're putting your foot into.
I've seen a couple people have them on, and I think
They just look
they
fire.
look fire. They
Tim
look
brought a
great.
pair in.
Tim got a pair.
He brought them in. I asked him about them. He actually bought a pair of Fear of God ones in the triple black for. I want to say he paid like $250 for them from us.
Original sales.
He got them so cheap, and this is before obviously everything happened.
Yeah.
You know, but now those Fear of Gods are like they're going for huge money.
Get out bold.
Yeah, because obviously he's got to deal with Adidas now, and
Maybe I should sell that. Well,
I don't even know what to do. Like I have a couple pairs of Fear Gods at the house.
Really?
Yeah.
I've
I have
never seen you wear those.
They're in a tote in an undisclosed location until I buy a house.
Lock it up storage.
Yeah, basically.
How do you trust that? How do you?
They're not in lock it up storage.
so for anybody who doesn't know, Jerry Lorenzo, the guy the Fear of God guy.
Yeah, pretty much that's what you want to call
He's
him.
now head designer of shoes, I believe, at Adidas.
Yeah.
And so the Fear of God ones or any of the Fear of God shoes are basically, I mean, this might be a stretch, but it's going to eventually be like the equivalent of like the Yeezy, like the Nike Yeezys.
Makes me wish I held on to my Fear God ones.
I mean, like you got to think those canary yellow ones that were selling for like $2,500 before he made the jump. What do you think those things are going to do? I think they could easily see $5,000.
What about the guy when Kanye came to Chicago during All-Star Weekend? And that guy wearing the Canaries threw him up on the truck, and now that basketball shoes
Oh, he's so sick right now.
retail. You know what I mean? Like
Canaries.
it kept going down, and the Canaries kept going up. Like, you fucked up, bro. You should have kept those things on.
Yeah, he's sick.
Yeah.
Oh, I bet.
That
But he
dude's
got
sick.
money, so.
But I mean, Gotti picks up. That was like the shoe of the year last year. The basketball.
I liked him.
ED liked.
I mean, you wear that shoe. You
I
actually
wear that
do wear
shoe.
that shoe.
I haven't hooped in it yet, but I want to.
I don't know about hooping it. I don't even know about wearing it.
I would wear it. I think they're comfortable, but they look huge in my size.
I was say I know how you feel about 700s looking huge in your size. That thing looks like a boat. That thing looks like Jerry Jones's fucking
I'll be
yacht.
honest. It's really comfortable. Great quality shoe.
I've actually never tried a pair on.
I haven't hooped in
might
it.
have
Like
to.
I said, I don't see NBA players hooping them in much, but
I
I think they're sweet.
think they weren't like certified by the NBA. Like they can't unless
They made one though. I
They
think
did make a basketball.
Yeah,
one.
they did,
Yeah.
but I don't think the NBA still certified it. 'Cause
Really?
either
I
they
think
hate
they-
Kanye or they just don't think the shoe was good enough to hoop in. But
Damn.
I just want to see PJ Tucker do it one time.
I think so. He did already.
He's the GOAT.
I think he did the Baraniums or the
bariums.
or Bariums.
You know
He's
what
the
it was
GOAT.
on the original ones that came out. They had the reflective material, the 3M in them. So I think the NBA is kind of like worried about
on the heel.
people taking pictures and like light shining off of them, being distracting, that
Some
kind of
Jordan
thing.
13s.
dumb stuff.
Sure. I mean, I'm not. I don't
Adam
even.
Silver. Yeah, we're not.
Yeah.
We don't
He's
know.
better than this.
But I do believe that Adidas and Yeezy decided to like make one that essentially conformed to whatever demands that and the NBA
You see it on
had.
StockX. They'll have like a lifestyle
Yeah.
version.
But I even saw people would wear them. Like I'm pretty sure a couple guys wore them in the NBA and they just like got fined and were just like, whatever, I'm wearing them.
Getting paid.
Yeah.
Kanye is giving me the 25 G's for this. You know?
You said something about tax season coming up. It's
I
stimmy
did.
season right now.
Ooh, Stimmy.
If you got a stimmy,
Not yet. I'm waiting.
I haven't gotten it. I don't even know if I'm going to get it. I don't even know what I made last year. Don't ever lose your job. Well, you're your own bosses.
Yeah,
But
unfortunately.
what would you cop with your stimmy money? What's the shoe that you would just
So
get?
we getting $600 a person, right?
Yeah. And you got some kids,
I got
man.
kids though. I don't want to tell you how many kids I have, but
Woo! Woo! That's a come up.
it's more than one.
Yeah, Mike could buy the Yeezys, the Nike Yeezys.
I mean, if I'm gonna make an investment, I'd probably buy a Mocha or a Dunk.
If you're buying something for the toe, I don't
For
care
the
about
toe,
investment.
something I really want. Man, when
Like
Chris
that
bought
you-
my Grinches, I'd probably want the Grinches right now. Yeah, Grinches.
I'd probably buy a bunch of shoes because it's what, like $600?
Yeah.
Bunch where on eBay?
No. So this is what I would do because I'm not like the hype beast
Oh, no.
type. I'd probably do at least one or two of the Nike Bayou Dunks, and I'd definitely have to throw a 4D.
Yeah, those Adidas 4D shoes are sweet.
Yeah, the
You're buying the social status 4Ds with that.
The Ultra
With that.
4Ds, social status, that colorway that they got, super clean. If I couldn't afford that pair with the stimulus money and maybe the Dunks, I'd probably just go with like those cream ones that are coming out. I really like that color.
Yeah,
Those are fire.
nice. Those are.
So I've thought about this already, and it might be those social status 4Ds. Other than that, I don't know. I still want a pair of Air Max 1s. Still. And I still want a pair of LDV waffles.
Why don't you save up for those Sean Witherspoons that you've been dying to get?
Yeah, see, I need the $2,000 stimmy.
I
for
got
that.
one for $800 sitting there on the wall. It's used, has your name on it.
I know it does.
Throw me an extra two. You know,
Yeah, see, but then I gotta put like my own money up to it. I'm already putting my own tax money
I'm
into
just
it.
trying to sell you here.
I know you
live
are.
on the podcast.
He's trying to. You've been trying to bully me into this shoe for a
He
year.
looks
now.
at it every time he comes in here.
I
He'll
put
look
it
at
on
and
every
he'll put
other
it on.
time.
I'm like, man, just buy that shoe. Stop
But also,
looking at it.
I think if I'm gonna pay that much money, I think I want it new. Like I know what it is. I know what they go for. I want to open up that box for myself.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy though? I've seen some used pairs of that shoe at other shops, and they do not hold up well. Like, people who buy them and wear them, I think it's more maybe it's probably
Well, they're
guys who
supposed
got
to
them,
fray.
They beat
Yeah.
the crap out of them, though.
but they wrinkle. Like, you know, they don't crease; they just wrinkle. Like the whole front end just looks like it's
I've seen
been
one
like
snapped in half, though. The nose just kind of like creased right down in there, like.
That's why I love you guys. Just talking me out of stuff all the time.
Oh,
No.
I think it's a must.
I'm just saying, if you buy it and you can buy a great looking pair that's pre-owned
Yeah, just don't wear it.
for a serious markdown, it's definitely worth it. Especially if you're gonna wear it. I mean, DS pairs are getting harder and harder to come by, but like it's also more and more unapproachable because just, I mean, the money. Like, who spends $2,000 on one pair of sneakers? You know how many sneakers I could buy with $2,000?
A lot. I can buy like 6 pairs of sneakers. I can probably buy more depending
Like
on what
6
they are.
really nice pairs of
Yeah.
sneakers.
But you would buy a $2,000 sneaker.
Maybe with the $2,000 stemmy.
I'm not wrong, ladies and gentlemen. Not wrong. If he had it, he'd spend it all on one.
But I do. I just don't want to spend it. Like,
Oh, you want to spend
I
it.
would feel like such an asshole buying it.
I mean, it's only going to go up.
I know.
It's only going to...
I know.
It's going to be that iconic shoe, kind of what really came up. Because imagine 5 years from now, the sneaker game's supposed to, blow up. I'm sure
Maybe I'll buy the used pair one day.
it's only going to go...
Hurry up and send me my stemmy.
About,
I think the story behind that shoe is, I mean, depending on who you ask, is kind of what creates the appeal of that shoe.
100%.
I mean, because we know Sean today as like the creator of this model. If it weren't for him and his people, like, this store wouldn't be possible.
Right.
Yeah.
But at the same time, back then, it was really divided. There were a lot of people who said the shoe was trash and, like Nike just threw him a bone and he didn't even design it. And there was like all these allegations that were coming against him. And most, I would say, like, it was kind of split in the middle. Like, half of people said it was cool, half of people said it was trash.
Yep.
But now it's like, I don't know anybody that has a negative opinion about that shoe, and nobody that really has a negative opinion about him.
Yeah, I mean, he's running the game right now. That's
Killing it.
He's the icon for the resellers, for, the stores and shops like us, or even like vintage. He's kind of brought some of that nostalgic back.
He's the GOAT. He's the man.
Yeah, I think it's helpful
Go?
too that
I don't know. I mean, that's a real tough word to say. I mean, he's not.
name
In-
one more
in
person
this
in the
space?
resale game.
I just think of Michael Jordan when you're saying. Go.
All right.
You know what I mean?
I'm talking about in this space.
Talking about
I
in the resale
understand what
game.
you're trying to like.
Who else? JC. That's the only other one that like comes to mind.
I guess.
And I would say Sean is definitely like the pioneer.
Yeah, I would say Sean's definitely the pioneer.
Sean's Jordan, JC's LeBron, maybe. I don't know.
I guess that's a perspective.
Maybe
Hot
Iverson.
take. Yeah, maybe Iverson.
Maybe Iverson. I mean, Iverson's a lot of people's GOAT. I know a lot of people who
Bro,
think.
Iverson's great.
But you
Probably
know what?
One of the best point guards. But
JC
it's,
did change the game in that, like, he was the first guy to really take this model and take it mainstream with like a big company. And when he had that deal with American Eagle, like, now there's Urban Necessities inside of American Eagle locations. That was like, I mean, if you think back to even like 5 years ago, that was like something that you couldn't even imagine.
Would you want soul status in American Eagle?
No, I think we can do better than that.
That's what I. You know what I mean? Like, it's great he sold out and everything on the American Eagle end, but I don't know if anybody's the GOAT yet.
I would too.
Yeah.
For the bag, yeah, why not?
You gonna give me some money? Sure.
Yeah,
You want
absolutely.
my name? I'll just do something else. But I don't know.
Well, it's not like he can't. I mean, he's opening a new store in Caesars, like in Las Vegas. Like,
It's a whole nother game. You know what I mean? We're coming at it at a different angle. We're coming at it as like we looked up to him and that whole deal.
I still do. I still like see some of the videos of his big buyouts and his following and his merch is fire. And I mean, like, even just him as a person. Like, when you watch him, he seems like super humble. I don't know, just a good dude all around. Same as Sean. Both of those guys
Yeah.
are great. They're They're great guys, both of them.
I think we have yet to see the GOAT, though.
Ooh. Because Mike wants it to be him. Get there.
We'll see.
Speaking of up-and-coming guys like ourselves, what do you guys think about this Cam's Kicks?
Oh,
Give us that spicy take.
Do you want my honest opinion?
Give me that spicy take.
No offense to anybody or Cam or anybody out there on the internet. I think what he's doing is amazing. And I think, like, for me, like, wow, you're really putting yourself out there, bro. Like, I'm very personal. I don't even like posting pictures. This guy's posting his whole day. You know what I mean? Like, what else? That's the hardest thing to do. I don't know. I find it boring.
Ooh.
Man, I really shout out to Cam because, you know, like he said, I mean, it takes a lot of courage to not only put yourself out there, and I could tell that he was kind of, he wasn't a natural. Like, he's worked at it and gotten better, and he's gotten much better with his editing and just, like, the flow of things and his attitude, his tones, like, everything has just been improving. Every video that I see him do, he seems to be improving himself every day, and that is the recipe for greatness. I see him doing big things in the future. I see a lot of people, like he just had a pop-up in Brooklyn. I just saw a video where I think he bought like, I want to say maybe 250 pairs in one day or something
crazy
in a pop-up. And, you know, his dad's involved, which is awesome. He's got great family support. I know he's got a kid that they hired on who's like what do you call it?
He's blowing up.
Yeah,
Oh,
seriously.
for sure.
In such a short time.
Definitely.
I think the most uncomfortable part of what he's doing is that he's putting the recipe out there. Like, he's saying what he's buying pairs for, what he's selling them for, how much he's profiting. He's exposing numbers. And, you know, what's crazy is, like, when a lot of people walk into our store, you know, the first thing they think is like, oh, these guys are loaded.
Yeah,
they're getting everything for retail, and they're selling everything for hundreds of dollars or thousands of dollars in profit. They don't understand, like, this is a numbers game. You win. It's a small percentage, but a high volume game. You sell a lot of pairs at a small margin. You make some money. You pay the bills. You take care of everybody. So you show some love sometimes to your friends and your family. But in reality, it's a grind. Like, it's hard to find good pairs. It's hard dealing with people that come in and try to sell you fakes or people that come in and try to steal. There's a lot of downside. But you know what? It's all worth it. It's all worth it. And I think Cam is one of those kids that's kind of he's had some early success in his life where, you know, I think he posted his numbers. He did like $28,000 in revenue in YouTube in, like, I want to say maybe a month and a half or 2 months or something like that.
Yeah, it was a short time.
I mean, good for him, dude. Shout out to Cam, because that is huge for an 18-year-old kid who profited $150,000 or whatever in a year on just selling shoes, plus another $30,000 in a month and a half just on posting content.
That's wild.
It's nuts.
Never in our lifetime would I have thought, like, up until now, that was possible.
So when I say boring, I mean, like, watching this whole transaction go on with somebody would be like 20 shoes, you know what I mean? Like, these people are really into it. For me, because I think I do it all day.
That's what it is.
I'm just like, I don't want to watch this right now. I want to watch
I feel like I'm at work.
something fast, quick, boom, and nobody's like really doing it that crazy except for what's his name on TikTok. He's hilarious. He's always trying to finesse somebody.
Oh yeah, you just got finesse.
You got finesse.
What's his
that
name?
Guy,
Chad?
he makes me laugh so hard. So Resell or
shit, I can't remember. But yeah, he's on
shout
the
out
TikTok.
to him. Yeah, he's hilarious. Things like that. But I mean, yeah, Cam is gonna blow up here.
I think he already has.
He already has.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, big numbers, like icon. Like, this is the first person to do it this way. Like, show the recipe, show the mojo, and these sneakerheads enjoy that. You know, they like to see what it really is, and they let them too also know, like, sometimes these shoes aren't worth it.
Yeah.
It's not a $400 shoe because it's a mid. You know what I mean? Just because mids are selling for $400 doesn't mean we're gonna pay that much.
I hate that these kids.
No,
like,
it's
I'm
a $50
cool
shoe.
with kids wearing what they want. I want you to wear whatever shoe you want. Don't ever try to tell me that a mid is dope. Please don't.
I hate selling people that I can't tell them that it's dope. They're like, what do you think about this shoe? I'm like, ugh, it's nice.
I think they're for
It looks good on you.
they're for kids and girls. To me, that's my opinion of the mid. But I have an appreciation for like mid's got one of my other buddies like really into sneakers.
Yeah.
So he bought his first pair of mids. He's like, oh, I got some J's now. Like I feel kind of cool. Then he wound up getting like some bread
First
fours.
J's, he said?
Yeah.
Those are his first mids?
Yeah.
That was the
Those
TikTok
aren't
we
J's,
did.
bro. Those aren't J's. Come
Yeah,
on.
but it got him into like, oh, I think I kind of want to try this bread four. He bought a pair of bread
Good
fours,
for him.
and then he started getting some other things. He got obsidians. He hit on obsidians when I missed.
Oh, that sucks.
He went and bought a pair of Origin Story 1s.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice. I got
Like-
those on right now.
I know you do. I was looking at them earlier.
Not bad.
Yeah, like it got him into the game, and he like got himself a little collection.
I knew what Jordans were. You know what I mean? Not mids.
You're right.
You knew better than that.
But I'm the weirdo. I only typically, unless the colorway is
what was your
absolute
first
fire.
Jordan you bought? I know you're a couple years older than me, so
The first Jordan that I ever bought,
I really saw Jordan play.
yes, I did. I was there. I was out here in these streets. I was full on want to be like Mike.
We all were. We saw the Gatorade commercials or the cereal and
Like
whatnot.
at
Come
Space Jam, I was out
on.
here.
Oh, Space Jam.
The first pair of Jordans I bought were in 2001.
Dang, you gave me a year.
Oh, you were late to the game.
My
I was
mom
late.
wouldn't. My mom wouldn't pay for
Yeah,
them.
I was late
Like,
too.
The story that I told is like my favorite shoe of all time is the Bread 11. It's the shoe that made me fall in love with sneakers. I was like, that is the shoe that I'm
Bread.
going to have one day. I got a job at Finish Line to pay for that shoe. That was the second Jordan that I ever had.
Nice.
The first one I think are Royal Ones. I think. But
I
yeah.
might have bought Jordans at that same time. Mine were the 17s, the blue one with the little music notes on them. I had the
I didn't buy the 17s when they first came out. The first $200
Came
shoe
with
with
the
the
suitcase.
briefcase.
Yeah, yeah.
Shout out to my dude Mike. He is the sneakerhead of all sneakerheads. Like I think he is sitting on about 400 pairs.
you
Like,
talking
right
about
now.
Little Mike?
No. Shout out to Money Mike Cartel. You may know him. Anyway, like he worked
Scared
there.
you said cartel. I'm
No,
scared.
he worked there with me. We kind of started around the same time. Like we've been cool for that long, so it's
Wow.
been damn near 20 years. He was buying like every Jordan. He bought like shoes every week. It was nuts to me because like I just don't understand.
Oh, he's got some heat.
Yeah, he's got heat. I didn't buy the original 17s. The 17 pluses, the snakeskin ones, they're black and copper. That's like one of my top 5 like favorite shoes of all time.
Gosh,
I
I feel bad for
love
you.
that. I love that shoe. They re-released a couple of years ago and I missed, and I still think about just buying them. I think they don't even go for a whole lot of money.
No, they don't. The
They
older
might go
shoes
for
don't.
like $250.
You know those 17s? I looked them up. They still want like $400 for them. I'm like, take the briefcase, get me the shoe, because mine they end. I was like cutting grass with it.
Yeah.
they were. Just,
And then what was the one that came out? So those had a shroud on them. There was another one. Was it the 16 that had a removable piece that came
I
off?
think did maybe.
There was a gold pair.
Talking about on the bottom?
Didn't the
No, up
16 the
top.
bottom have the insole you could take out? Or no?
No. So whichever
one you
one it
did?
was, you could take off the top. And
That was the 17s, though.
That was
17s you could do
that
it.
was a 16.
That's what I'm talking
Oh,
about. The
we're looking
16.
it up.
Yeah, because remember that.
Yeah,
Oh,
those.
the 16s. Those are pretty.
There was like a satiny gold pair that came
I
out.
hated that shoe.
That a couple of dudes
And
from
the
Star
18.
Rock.
Ooh, I
These
remember the
18s were
18.
sitting at the Nike outlet recently.
Give me
They
the
had like
blue
3
OG
colors.
one.
Yeah,
ones.
18s I wasn't rocking with. The 19, they almost had me when they came out with the black and red ones. So I was like, that fucking
19?
nylon, I couldn't do
I think
it.
I gave up there.
Honestly, I only go 1 through 13. I want a pair of Last Shot 14s because it's the last shot.
What's the worst one in your opinion between the ones and the Dub Zeros?
That's a tough question.
That is,
For me, it's really easy. It's the 20s.
the 20s are trash.
The 20s, it's either got to be the 20s or
Scared
the
to answer this
17s.
question.
Those-
What?
Yeah.
The 17s weren't dope. That's not a
I
$200
know.
shoe.
No.
And it wasn't a
I
$2
feel
shoe.
bad for myself.
It
'cause
wasn't
I
a
bought
$200 shoe when it came out, and
that. You know you're first. You remember it.
that in more ways than one.
17s, man. I can't believe it.
But yeah, I couldn't do it. I kind of wish I did and just like held on to them because whatever those sell for now, it's probably got to be a decent amount.
The Dub Zeros were pretty bad.
Dub Zeros are bad.
I don't know what's worse. Is
that the shoe that Tinker Hatfield came back for?
I like the 23s when they did come out.
I kind of like the ones that are out now.
Reminds me of the 8s.
But
no, the 8s are hard. 23s are trash.
Like after 13 and Last Shot 14s, you can get me with a pair of those 17 pluses. I don't want any shoe after that. No thank you.
Yeah, you probably.
I also think the 15 is the worst Jordan shoe of all time.
The
Really?
15
The
is
15?
that's the one you got to pick?
The 15 what is that?
It's a sock.
I think honestly, if you wear that shoe with some baggy jeans and you cover up that
I'm not
vagina up on the top,
I'm not looking like Lil Wayne in 2005. Like I'm not wearing that thing. And I don't want to wear the type of jeans that are so baggy that you have to cover that up. And I hate that baggy jeans are on the comeback. I know. I just got into fitted and like 4 years ago. Yeah.
Slim jeans.
I got rid of all my baggier jeans.
Yeah, it's a fad. It'll come and go.
Oh my god.
Just need to hit the thrift, my G.
Oh my god.
Thrifting. Speaking of thrift, we should have some cool vintage clothing and some local vintage guys.
You just pulled up with some starter jackets that I
did. I threw some out.
Very interested in.
I'm looking at you. I don't know if it's your size.
Nothing's my size.
Because you know a large or XL is like a medium.
I know. I wear stuff. I wear.
You need a double.
You need a double XL.
You probably need a double tall.
So they had. I'll tell this story, and then we can get out of here.
Okay.
You guys had a Dallas Cowboys
large
vintage sweater.
I remember that.
It was like
sweater,
$35.
It's like 1994.
And I'm like, hold that for me. I got up here, tried that thing on. It's a large. And I can wear between a large or an extra large. I have some extra weight on me that I need to lose. That thing looked like a halter top on me.
I can't believe you got it on.
I don't even know if it got to my belly button. Like, widthwise, it was fine.
I wish I got to watch that.
Lengthwise is where it was short. It was coming up short. Like Chad over there. I love you, brother.
Chad. Hopefully Chad will be on the podcast one of these days. Chad is like the sneaker guru, you can call him.
For all my sports heads out there, anyone who watches ESPN, there's a dude they call the Bear on college football.
I know who you're talking about.
He knows every fact about everything. I don't care if he looks it up and they're going to ask him the questions. He knows all this stuff to me, and I'm going to let that illusion live until I die. That's Chad when it comes to sneakers.
Bear.
Yeah. When it comes to sneakers,
about that Chad the Bear.
That's Chad.
Not just sneakers, though. Chad has got that same talent when it comes to sports, tools, Yeti.
He's the Yeti goat. He's the Yeti
green
god.
drops.
You will never know anybody who owns more Yeti products than Chad.
Yo, how are you not sponsored by them yet?
Dude, we need to get you a sponsorship, Chad.
Shout out Yeti.
You should just start. You should make an
Sponsor
Instagram
the channel,
where you like
the
specifically
podcast.
just hype up Yeti and see if we can get some merch.
This poor guy, he'll take anything Yeti.
You know what? They had a sale down the street the other day. No, this was some months back, actually.
It was months back.
But they had some Yeti that was on closeout. And Chad walked down there, and you'd have thought that it was the back wall at the outlet.
Like we found Jordans or something at Ace Hardware, you know? Like,
yeah. He literally ran back over here and was like, yo, bro, how much cash you got on you? I'm like, what? Why? He's like, I just found Yeti. It's on sale at Ace. I want to go down there and buy some. I'm like, okay, how much are you buying? He's like, all of it.
Like cases, bro.
Yeah, he's reselling Yetis.
Reselling Yetis. This guy's reselling Yetis. People are making fun of us. You guys reselling Yetis. I thought about it too. I was like, yeah, you know what? Just not that sexy to me.
I have a question. I'll save it for next week, though.
Really?
I'll save it for next week.
Man.
Maybe we bust this out in a 2-part.
All right, I'll ask you now then.
Let's go.
What in the fuck is happening with all these NBA cards? Why are these things reselling again?
Oh,
like
don't
how?
Get me started. Here we go.
We might need another session.
This is what I was gonna ask next week.
Maybe we leave it for next week.
All right,
NBA cards next week.
NBA cards.
Reselling NBA cards. Pokemon cards.
I know
NFL
about Pokemon
cards.
What's the other one
Yu-Gi-Oh,
called? Yu-Gi-Oh.
Magic.
Yu-Gi-Oh's go hard.
Yu-Gi-Oh's go
Yo,
hard.
I played Magic the Gathering in high school.
What a nerd.
Dude, I tell you all the time, I'm a giant nerd.
I didn't believe it. But your dad was the weatherman, so I mean.
He was. I went to the Toledo Technology Academy.
Ooh.
I went to an engineering high school.
Shout out, Toledo.
The sports I played in high school, I was on the solar bike team.
They
And
had a thing back in the
first
70s? No, I'm joking. You're not.
And the first robotics team.
So,
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
if you bought Magic cards, and you probably had some Yu-Gi-Oh and some Pokemon.
You're rich.
I didn't have Pokemon.
No?
Copy.
You messed
Was that
up.
post you? That was after you?
Um,
Because I was heavy in Pokemon.
I think I was like,
What, high school?
that was
Freshman?
towards the end of high school for me when
Really?
Pokemon cards like really.
See, I was
hit.
like junior high school, and I used to like go to Toys R Us for the tournaments. Like we would play Pokemon, and
Pokemon in 6th grade?
I got a crazy story about this. So we were at the one on Reynolds, right across from Southwick Mall, back when Southwick Mall was a thing. And
In the
I
plaza?
was playing in a tournament, and I ended up winning some packs or whatever. So if you won or you won the prize, you go grab your prize. I went and grabbed these packs. It was like me and all my little brothers. We got these Pokemon packs, and I'm opening them. And no bullshit, I pull out a first edition holographic Charizard,
Ooh.
fresh out of this pack. And me and all the boys, it was like we hit the $1 million ticket. We're jumping up and down, screaming. People think something's happening in the store. And today, you know what that card's worth today?
So I think back then, if I remember, it was like $250 for that card. And
Maybe.
my parents would never buy that Charizard for me. Never.
That's a maybe.
That's like
Maybe.
a $20,000 card now.
No, a one just sold, a mint one for, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, 6 figures. It was a 6-figure card.
Come on, man. For Pokemon,
That's
too much.
nuts.
That's too much for me.
I mean, but if someone's gonna buy it,
I kind of feel guilty after that.
No, you
6
wouldn't.
figures for a Pokemon
hey,
card?
if you got it, I'll take it.
It was a graded 10 out of 10, holographic. You know what? One
know
of the
I'm
guys,
playing
one of our
my
guys who
cards.
comes in here and helps us with the cards and stuff.
Yeah.
He actually told me, bro, if you still got that, which I know I do, it's in one of my card, like the fold, like I have the binders,
Yeah.
with the pages. So God knows what condition it's in because I was like 10 years old when I got it and I played with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he fucked it up.
But he was like, dude, that thing could be worth anywhere between 20 to 100 grand. You need to find it. We'll get it graded. We'll figure it out. So,
Like, even if
you
it's
know.
folded in half, just let me get it. Like,
So, I got a nice little payday sitting in a binder somewhere in the attic that I got to go dig out sometime.
I'm coming over.
Yeah.
So maybe I come over to your house next week and we talk about these Pokemon cards.
But do you remember at the same
We just
time?
do some cleaning, do some spring cleaning.
Yeah.
You remember at the same time that all this was going on, sports cards were big,
Yeah, that's right.
and this is, I think, like pre-eBay. So there
Definitely.
was no eBay. There was this thing called, it was like the Black Book or Blue. It was almost like Kelly Blue Book for cards, and it would come out every month.
remember that.
And it would have the values of the cards in this book. But I think the values were based on like who knows who were putting those numbers on those cards, but they were based on like suspected production numbers and stuff, but nobody really knew how many cards were out there because these card companies were like mass producing them anyways and like understating the stock numbers. But you used to be able to go to a mall and there would be like, they would basically have the mall, they'd have these tables set up in the middle of the malls. You could walk throughout the whole mall and it would just be nothing but tables in the middle of the lanes. And it'd be all these dealers, all these card dealers, and you could buy cards and sell cards. And this is back in the, in the mid '90s. So like, we're talking the same era that Pogs and yo-yos and
right.
like,
I had Pogs.
yeah.
Shout out to Alf.
I had one of those metal slammers, dude. I
Kids
used to
don't know the
snag
vibes.
those Pogs.
Wow.
I was a Pog king.
I was a Northtown Mall kind of guy, but I'm sure we'll get into that when we talk about the cards, That was the closest Chick-fil-A you had in Point Place.
Chicken filler.
Ooh. But yeah.
But that shit's coming back. Kids
It
are
is.
kids are back on the wave. You got these new card companies producing supposed limited. When eBay came around, it kind of exposed that all this was bullshit, and like people thought that like certain cards are worth a ton of money, but then
They're not.
eBay happened and the real market value started to show. So there was like Michael Jordan rookie cards like from one card producer that were going for like nothing. But then if there, there'd be certain cars that were going for big money, and now those things are trading on StockX for like, it's basically an investment. I mean, you're talking thousands, if not tens of thousands of dollars.
Talking about eBay is kind of doing that with the sneakers now. Like you're seeing the real value of shoes really come out, especially with used, because GOAT's the only place to go. And I mean, you click a button and it's there for you. You're competing against new pricing, but when you look at eBay, it's crazy how much cheaper some shoes really are.
Well, one of the problems with GOAT is that they don't actually show you like sold listings, so you don't actually know what something is sold for. You only know what it's listed for, and if it's just sitting there, then that's not market value. Market value is what are people actually paying for this stuff,
and more platforms for people to know, because not that many people are hip to GOAT,
right?
Or I don't want to download the app, or whatever that reason may be, that we just all like. I don't buy anything on Amazon. But besides that, I'm an odd person, for example.
But like a lot of people didn't trust eBay because historically it's been seriously unreliable when it comes to authenticity.
Sure. The commercials killing it with the authenticity and legit check, blah blah blah. So I mean, shout out to eBay for
shout out eBay for real. You're the real MVP. eBay. So I don't watch TV, so I've never seen the commercials, but I do have a little bit of a relationship with some people at eBay.
That's true.
I've been selling on eBay since like 2007. I remember like people sending money in envelopes or sending money orders, for the products. But that aside, like they're actually taking this authenticity program very seriously. When people buy sneakers off of me now on eBay, I send them out to a fulfillment center in Jersey that actually goes through, authenticates the shoes, and then lets me know that your shoes have been authenticated. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I've never bought a pair off of eBay since they've started this. But I'm pretty sure they rewrap it and tag it almost like a StockX or a GOAT.
Ooh, that's dope. That's super fire.
I have to buy some shoes on eBay.
Just to test out the theory.
Just to see what it is. Yeah, now you got me excited.
As you should. All right, tell everybody where we can find you again online, everything, social status.
Soul Status Sneakers on YouTube. Soul Status. SOLE, like the soul of your shoe, not your heart. Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Soul Status Sneakers. YouTube. That's where they'll find us. Really, we put some really fun stuff on YouTube.
The TikTok is fun.
The TikTok is
they
funny.
They made me a TikTok star for like a day.
We're going to get Chris back on the TikTok. Get some more of that. Don't worry.
The tiki-taki.
But yeah, I'm really excited. Every week we're going to start putting stuff out there. And if you guys have any comments, please like, subscribe. Make some comments below, things you guys want to talk about. I know we talked a little bit more about some local things here and there. If you guys like that, great. Let us know.
Ask questions. We want this to be a community. We want people to ask our opinion about things, shoes we like, shoes you like. If you disagree, tell us why. Just don't say that we're idiots and assholes. That's fine too.
I don't mind.
Let's start a discourse, and we'll have some fun.
Yeah.
Leave us with some words of wisdom.
There you go.
Don't buy into the hype. Buy what you like, wear what you like, and if it is expensive, then I feel sorry for you, but
it's worth it.
He's the guy with the expensive taste. I'm the kind of more reasonable, down-to-earth guy. But
YOLO.
I've always worn what I like, and sometimes it is expensive. And if it is, sometimes you gotta just put it up, man. You gotta risk it for the biscuit.
Yeah, trade some stuff in. I got you. Come on in. We're here, downtown Sylvania, Ohio. Check us out again. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. We'll be back next week.
Life is short. Buy the shoes.
Yeah.
Talk to you later.
Deuces.